Following is a live special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. There you go, Ron. To have a serious broadcast, take a sip of seltzer and burp it out. Hi there, my name is, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, Ron Chuckett, and we welcome you to our final round coverage of the all-time great PGA Championship played this year at Harding Park in San Francisco and using ASG Golf. You can see that on the screen beneath you or on YouTube. And so we've reached the final round of this championship, and this has been a course that I don't want to say they've torn it apart, but it's not been that difficult for a major. But we should be in for a heck of a lot of fun over the next 2 hours, whether between an old Scotsman or an old boy from Dallas. Let's see how we got to this point in the championship. And at some point, I'll actually get those screens right so I'll know which button to press. So after Thursday's round, J.H. Taylor of England, Hubert Green, and Fuzzy Zeller were at 7 under par. This place plays to a par of 70. Opening round 63s in good shape. Retief Goosen of South Africa, Tommy Armour of Scotland, Sam Steed, and 4 others shot a 4 under 66. So you could tell, even with just 2 par 5s on the course, that Harding Park would be receptive to those who could play standard fairway and green golf. After the second round, Hubert Green's 67 put him as one of 3 leaders on top of the leaderboard at 10 under par. Old Tom Morris fired a 64. He gets in at 10 under par. And Ben Hogan, my goodness, the invasion from Texas, a 5 under 65 on Friday, and he would go to shoot 10 under for the opening 36 holes. But right behind came a cavalry of players. 92 made the cut. And in fact, everybody was within 8 shots of the lead, including Greg Norman following a 67 at 9 under, Arnold Palmer a 5 under 65 to get to 9 under, and Freddie Couples a 4 under 66, 9 under, and 1 back. And then Saturday, the winds died down. The course played hard and fast. And all sorts of records fell. Ralph Goodall shoots a major championship record 60. You caught the end of his round if you were with us live on Saturday. So he went in the clubhouse with a 10 under for the round and a 16 under for the championship. And then old Tom Morris, going out in the next to last, or the last group of the day, fires a 64. He matched Goodall, and in fact, at one point, he was at 17 under. They are matched together today, and you will see their every shot here on Retro Sports Network. And then that man Palmer, he has contended in all 4 majors. He runs out and shoots a 64. He is 15 under after 54 holes, just 1 back. Retief Goosen got in the last group, or the next to last group, with a 5 under 65 to go 13 under. Hubert Green, who had the unfortunate fortune of teeing off as the co-leader, going to bed as the co-leader Friday night and waking up Saturday morning being 6 shots behind Goodall. Anyway, he flams his way around for a 3 under 67. He's still within a shout at 13 under par. Johnny Miller, 4 under 66 yesterday, 12 under, and 3 others also at 12 under par. But as we take a live look at the leaderboard, as I forgot to change that last graphic to 4th round instead of 3rd round, Olin Dutra has again shot the lights out. He's at 14 under as he makes the turn. And yep, if the old man can do it, why not the young man? Young Tom Morris. Through 10 holes, he's played the par 5s. He's at 14 under and 2 back. Curtis Strange, the 2-time U.S. Open champion, 6 under 64 today, 14 under for the championship. And then the 15 unders. Justin Thomas, who you're going to see in a minute, 14 playing the 15th hole. He is having a monster round. He is within one of the lead. And Arnold Palmer, a par on one, despite a 355-yard drive. He is one back and waiting on the first tee. Ralph Goodall and old Tom Morris. These 7 players will have a lot to say on who wins the all-time great PGA Championship. In scoring, you want scoring? Well, the place usually plays harder on the weekend than it does during the week. Saturday's final round total was 68-16. That's almost 2 full shots under par. And today, again, with the winds down and the course playing hard and fast, the best 92 golfers of all time, 67.72. That is 2 1/4 shots under par. I would expect the winning score to be around 20 under when all is said and done by 2:15 this afternoon. And so hello, good morning or good afternoon to Tribe Fan. How are you? We pick up Justin Thomas on the 15th tee. He is 7 under par today. And that includes a bogey on the par 4 long 6th hole. So birdies at 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 10, 13, and 14. He's not hit a lot of fairways this week, but greens and putting have gotten him there. The rough, just not real penal here at Harding Park. Going to get 5 yards off with a wind. It's just going to get 20 yards. So he's going to play with a 3-iron, 1 behind the leaders with 3 holes to go. And he puts that one to the right, 128 to get home. Hey, Trevino's not had a bad championship. You take 9 under not most years to win. Now Thomas actually will get a chance to hit with the spinner. Pin today, kind of center left, with the slope rolling away from it towards the rough, from right to left. Overcooked it. In fact, that's not even going to hold on the green. He lost the green. Ooh. So we got a little too much ball, and then with the greens not being all that receptive, it just kind of caught fire and rolled off. What Trevino's shot's going to do, that won't hold the green either. Well, something for me to forget when we bring the leaders here in about an hour and a half. All right, Thomas has to go over a ridge and then down a wrong slope. Get this close, get your par, move on. 16 is a birdie hole. And he's still not on the green. Is that even going to stay in the fairway? No, he lost that in the rough. Well, I don't think we'll be playing Justin Thomas's round the rest of the way. He's got that for par. And it's still his turn. Okay, the good news here, it's all uphill, but he has to land it on a sharp slope and hope he has enough speed to keep it on the green. Yep. So that's a bogey putt coming. Now here's Trevino. And Trevino has made a right mess of this too. He's going to chip it off the fairway the other side. Ah. So Trevino, 8 feet for bogey. This is to get to 8 under. Nope. Thomas to stay within 2. All right. So there we go. That was an adventure, wasn't it? Let's go to 2. Where Retief Goosen will play first. Retief birdied the first hole. He's at 14. Fairway slopes from right to left. 10-yard crosswind right to left, and -5 with the wind off the tee. Driver in hand for Goosen. This is playing as a birdie hole today. Those bunkers will be the ones that collect things. And Goosen has found the fairway at 139 left. Palmer hitches his pants. Takes the driver and loses it. And one of those 2 collection bunkers, he's got 163 to the flag. So -5. Knocked down 8 for Palmer out of the sand. Not a difficult shot. But he caught it a bit thick. And he's going to have about 60 feet to get up and down. Now Goosen, 140. Pitching wedge. And that thing stuck like a chart. 18 feet. All right, Palmer. Well, that's why it's stuck. It goes from back to front. And it gets rather severe. So Palmer has to hit it over the steep hill and then try to cozy it. And as you know, I have such good luck playing Arnold Palmer in these championships. He couldn't even find the green. He's now on the rough the other way. All right, side hill lie. This is for par. Really hold it. Now Goosen for birdie. 18 feet. 1 in 6 chance up the hill, but still on one of the trickier putting charts. Just missed. And Palmer taps in for bogey to go 2 back. As the last group of the day takes the first tee, they are still tied for the lead. Ralph Goodall grew up in Dallas, Texas. 3-time major winner, 2 U.S. Opens and a Masters. One of the best players before the war, the Second World War. And he loses his tee shot right. Does not go. Rounds of 66, 68, and a 60, and there was a bogey thrown in there too. Has hit a lot of greens and putted well. And he went home in 28. Birdies on 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, and 17. Now, old Tom Morris, one of the innovators of Major Championship Golf, he played in the very first major at Prestwick in Scotland, a course he designed, 12 holes, by the way, a 12-hole course, in 1860. So it's fitting that he plays the last virtual major of 2020, 160 years later. And so he's 290, going to spin a wedge in there, and old Tom is in good shape. Now Goodall has to punch and try to punch it away from the bunker. Can't elevate it. And he might be in one of those positions like we had yesterday with one of the golfers where you hit that little punch shot and you punch it right through the green. Now he's going to punch it right in the bunker. So good luck getting up and down from there. Now Morris, 112 to the pin. Pin today, cut back right, and it slopes away from the flag. You do that a couple of times, and old Tom is going to win a PGA. That is incredible. Now, Goodall has to hit a lob. He's in what is technically one of those yellow bunkers, a deep bunker. And so he has to lift it out and hope it stops. He's got a lot of green to work with, about 60 feet. And he fluffed it. He couldn't get it out. He fluffed the shot. He drops the club. He says a few words that are not in the same ballpark as crud and dang. And we'll do this again. This now is for par. He whiffed. He absolutely whiffed the shot. Yeah, yes, almost broke the club over his knee. That's not a bad shot. About 10 feet, but that's for bogey. 11 feet after shooting a 60 yesterday. Going to come out of the gate and lose shots. He's got 11 feet, and this is to stay within one. The good news is it's a 13 and 36 chance. Hooked it around the pin, but it wouldn't go in. And so Goodall opens with a 6. And he falls to 2 back. I believe that golf ball has found the stratosphere. I don't know where he pulled a baseball bat out of. But NASA has been called. Goodall just threw that one about 8 gazillion feet. Now here's Morris. This is to go 3 ahead of the field, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he gets doubles to boot. That's just what he needed. So the lead is 2 over Dutra, Miller, Green, and Strange. Or Green. Strange is in at 14 under. Thomas, Young Tom, Tiger Woods at 14, Couples, and Palmer. So let's adjust some people here. Won't be playing you. Won't be playing you. Options. So let's see where that takes us. All right, we go to 11. We're going to be watching these that are 2 back. So Olin Dutra, our first look at 11. He's 5 under. Rounds of 69, 65, and 66. He's 2 back of old Tom. And he's got about 20 feet. So the yardage won't make much of a difference. He's playing with Bobby Locke. It's a 13 under. That's not a bad round, and he's just short. Bobby absolutely nuked his putt there. Now Dutra to lag this birdie putt. 3 chance in 36. He would have made it too. Oh. Locke sinks the 14-footer coming back. Isn't that something? All right, our first look at Johnny Miller on the 5th tee. Driver 148 to get home. The wind kind of, because it's so light today, kind of negates the hills. He's playing with Freddie Couples. middle of the fairway. Right, Miller with a 9-iron, pin back right. And he's got a birdie putt. Oh, 15 feet. Couples. Oh, he got the bad lie in the rough. Kind of unfair there. But he hits a magnificent shot. 18 feet for birdie. 16 feet for birdie. 5 and 36. If someone gets to 16, we'll start playing then. We're just trying to make sure that you see any possible leaders that you can early on. Couples left that one just short. But from the tee, you take a par there. Now Miller to get within 1. 5 and 18 chance. Oh. Well, he wanted a 3. He's going to take a 4. All right, Hubert Green, who we followed around yesterday. Our first look at the par 5. Wonder how the computer's going to play this. I've been playing left edge with the driver. And that's what they do too. Okay. So Green in the rough. First look at Bernard Langer of the championship. They're cutting it too much. Captain Carl, how you doing, Bobby? All right, Green 2 back. He can get a 3-wood in here. Can't really go for the green. Not from the rough. But he's going to leave it just short of the bunker. And maybe he'll get it up and down from there for birdie to get to 16. 1 back of old Tom, who birdied the first hole. And here's Longer. All right. He's going to pitch this, not a lob. Try to hit it over the bunker. Not a lot of green to work with. That pin is front right. And I believe we're going to be picking up Mr. Green now, as he is 2 yards, 5 feet from the pin. Longer misses his 8-footer. Almost missed that. From 4 feet and 1 back. Yes, sir. So Hubert Green is at 16 under and 1 back. All right. Second tee. Fairway slopes from right to left. Old Tom's got the driver out. Right edge. Those bunkers will come into play, and 2 is playing to a stroke average of 390. They lost that a bit to the left, but even if it's not a good lie in the rough, he should be able to get it in. As my friend Ricky Keeler was talking about, you're looking at Father Christmas right here. Really, it's Father Major Championship Golf. Goodall trying to get back from his bogey on 1. And that never went left. So the ideal shot somewhere between the 2. Goodall to play first, and he's got tree trouble. All right, I'm going to hit a fade. He's got nothing. He's between clubs. He's going to try and not. He's going to have to lead the short. I don't see him getting on. No, and he blew it left. So Goodall, Mr. 60 in a major championship yesterday, is in real trouble of going 3 over through 2 holes. And if you joined us late, the course is playing about 2.5 shots under par, 2.25 shots under par. Now Morris can get there, and he can get there with an 8. And he's in birdie position. It's Carolina 6, Detroit nothing. Golfers in your 94 MCI Heritage Classic are starting to head in. Bob Gilder, who is heading to 16, is leading by 1 shot over Greg Norman, who's leader in the clubhouse. Now, if you were with us yesterday, Bob Gilder had a hole-in-one for Bobby. All right, Goodall has to hit this over the sharp hill and cozy this. He can get a par here would settle his nerves a great deal. And he doesn't, well, he's on the green, 15 feet. Now Morris, this is for a second straight birdie and to get to 18 under par. He's got a 1 in 6 chance. Nearly hold it. Goodall, 14 feet for par and to stay 3 back. Oh, he gave that a run. All right. Let's change some things. So that's not what you wanted there. Tiger Woods 4 under through 7 today. Johnny Miller making a run. But we'll play Thomas and Green, I think. All right, to 5. And Hubert Green. 3 birdies. 1, 3, and the par 5 fourth. So you're getting your yardage there, playing right to left, and that fairway slopes sharply right to left here on 5. Pin back right. A bad shot, but it works, and he's got 144. Now longer. Holly, how are you? Good afternoon to you too. Old Tom Morris leads Hubert Green by 1 shot this afternoon. Ralph Goodall, who shot a 60 yesterday, double bogey and bogey. Longer shows how to do it. So Green, 143. Going to lose 5 and go 5 right to left. Not worried about the right to left. Going to go at this with a 9-iron and go right at the flag. He got a bit too hard. He did. He got too far. Yes, this is the finals because I care about my subscribers. So 25 feet for Green, and that's coming down the hill. So he's not going to give this one a go. Going to lag it, take his par, and move on. Going to take his par and move on. Now longer with a long putter. 2 and 9 chance. Gets to 13, 4 shots back. So we go to the par 3 third hole, and that's a birdie hole today. So distance -5, right to left, going right to left to 5. So they're losing 15 yards. So old Tom will go with the 6-iron. He's 1 under. Birdie now 1. Should have birdied 2. He's got 20 feet to go on 3 now. Now, Ralph Goodall, who's lost 4 shots already, was tied at 16 under a half hour ago. At least he finds the green. He should not be putting from there, or 3-putting from there. 64 feet, gonna lag it. Just get a par on the card. And he still leaves himself 5 feet short. My goodness. All right, Morris from 19 feet. 1 in 6 chance. And this is to go up by 2 shots over green. And 18 under for the championship. Just short. Now Goodall. Deep breath. Deep breath. 5 and 6. Deep breath. I feel like I'm doing Lamaze over here. All right. Old Tom by 1 over Hubie Brooks. Got baseball in the brain. Hubie Green. Tiger Woods lurking 2 back at 15 under par. Then Strange, Thomas, Norman, Young Tom, Olin Dutra, Ben Hogan, and David Duval all ready to chomp if need be. And I'm just saying this out loud in case someone wants to do a support chat tomorrow night, that if we do have a playoff, that it would be at 7:30 tomorrow night. We would go 9 holes. We would play the back side of Harding Park, starting at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. And then if we are still knotted up after 9 holes, then we would go to 1 and play sudden death and play the front side. So 7:30 tomorrow night, if necessary, right here on Retro Sports Network. And for old Tom Morris, that would be a walk in the park. They used to play 36 holes in a day. What do you mean I only need to play 9? Just saying. All right. Longer with the honor here on 6. You see, Polly, you see how my moderators treat me? Call me a jerk. Okay, longer with the driver, finds the middle of the fairway. No help with the wind. Gonna get 5 yards because it's downhill. Gonna aim a bit to the left because, well, yeah, it is a rough crowd, but I'm used to it. 6 playing on the card at 473. Today playing, I think, you're making me do math, aren't you? 466 is how I got that. On the fairway, great shape, 169. He hit a 301, so green to play first. Pin right in front of those bunkers. 168. He's going to lose 5. And it's going to play left or right 5. Not worried about that. In fact, he's going to get it back. So it's going to be an 8-iron for green. Finds the surface. It's a beautiful shot. 8 yards. 9 years longer. Yards. 34 feet for birdie. The wifey's home from her errand, so she'll shut the door. because the cat will now pester me if I don't. Longer, gonna go for this. He's got a 1 in 9 chance. Gave it a good run. All right, from 23 feet, it's too tough of a putt. He has to lag. Oh, right around the hole. He'll take it. A par on this hard par 4-6. And Longer will make par. So no change in the leaderboard that way. We go to the par 5-4, 606 yards on the card. Today playing at 596. Driver's going to give you, wind's going to give you 10. The tee shot's flat. I don't think he can get home in 2. It's a birdie hole. It's playing at 456. He misses it to the left. He won't be able to get home in 2. But it shouldn't be too bad. Goodall ate some pineapple pizza between holes. He saw something in an infomercial. Colonel Sanders is still frying up birdies. He's 1 under today. Ralph Goodall followed his 60 yesterday. He's 3 over through 3. Good afternoon, Jamie. Goodall finally finds a fairway. And he's got 280. And because it's downhill and downwind, he might be able to get home in 2. Now, Father Christmas, Colonel Sanders, 292 to get home. He's just going to whack this with a 3-wood. Greg Norman, still upset that someone tried to mashed potato him to death yesterday. 1500 through 15 today. Duvall, a good round. Tiger Woods in the thick of it. Young Tom, 3 behind his daddy. Johnny Miller playing well, too. Still can't find the fairway, but he only has 42 yards to get up and down from the rough. Goodall. He can get this there. He's going for it. 3-wood. You can take the mask off your home. Okay, you can talk. You don't need to do that.
Bring the shop cart down after I left.
Okay. So Goodall could use an eagle. That rolled out of the fairway and into the rough. Now, old Tom. That's an interesting spot. He's going to try to hope that he can put this through the rough and not put it in the bunker. He's got that for birdie, 15 feet. He didn't like it, and if you look at the chart, you see the highlighted boxes, -5 and left 3, but that's actually a very good shot. All right. Goodall is not going to mess with the bunker. He's just going to lob it over it. And that slid away from him. He's got 18 feet. 17 feet. And a 1 in 6 chance. You know, you see the in, the putting chart in the distance there in the in. You divide that by 6 and you get the amount of chances. This is my 16th round of streaming golf. And it took me 15 to figure that out. Sometimes I'm not that fast. Goodall leaves it a foot short. And he leaves the birdieable par 4, or par 5/4, with a par. Now here's Morris, 13 feet. This is to get to 18 under and 2 ahead. Didn't fry that birdie, Jamie. Still one up as they go to the 5th. We go to the 7th. Wow. And my wife found me pistachio. Yeah, he's putted so well. 7th is short par 4. So I would think that Green and Morris should get some space here. Now Green. Going to get 10 yards. It's right down the wind. 2 iron. Don't mess with it. Just fire it. And then spin that in there. That bunker on the right will protect this green somewhat. Green will have 100 yards. Hubie will have 100 yards. One of those calico greens that just kind of slopes everywhere. So it's got some back slope if he hits this long. I'm not sure he was real thrilled with that. About 7-8 feet. All right, longer. Good shot. .50-50 chance here for Green, and this would be to tie for the lead. Longer hits his putt though, and so he's within 3, and we go to 5. Controlled driver for old Tom. Greg Norman and Tiger Woods have cut within 1. We'll make sure that we get them in a moment. Young Tom is within 2. Jordan Spieth makes an appearance on the leaderboard. So old Tom looks up. Oh yeah, this is going to be a great finish. Old Tom looks up and knows he really can't dilly-dally much longer. Tom's at 300 yards down the left side, has 133 to get home. Now Goodall. It's all come undone for Ralph. Gonna stay on the fairway though. Out drove old Tom. Needs to get something going in a hurry. 133 for the old man. Pitching wedge in hand. When I aim it at the flag, it should land about 5 yards left if he hits the ideal shot. As I was saying, 5 yards left. Right, Goodall can spin this. He's not out of it. But he needs something to steady the nerves, and I'm not talking about some Irish whiskey. Good shot. 5 feet, maybe he can make one and get back into this thing. Okay, Morris, 13 feet, a 1 in 3 chance, coming down the hill, putting chart 2. So not too difficult, but not flat. Another miss. Goodall misses. Wow. Wow, wow. Let's see how I have this set up. So Norman, Woods, and Green are now on the chase. And we start at 17 with Greg Norman. The last par 3, 176, playing 5 yards downwind and flat. Center of the green. I think on the 9-iron he used between clubs here. 6 under on the day, including birdies on 14, 15, and 16. And Norman, boy, if he could post 16 or 17 under, that would put some pressure on old Tom to get something going. Well, he underclubbed at 1, 5 more yards in the air, and that might be cozying up to the hole, so he'll have it tough to get up and down. He's playing with Andy North, the 2-time U.S. Open champion. Andy hit it pin high, and it skidded 7 yards past. Technically, Norman can putt this. I think we're going to pitch it. Slopes downhill and to the left. Five feet. Should make that. North, 19 for birdie. Blows it 5 past. Okay, Norman 6 feet for par. So Jerry Ryan putt 7 to 9. Someone gonna tell him to choke like he did yesterday? The shark looks around to see who wanted his mashed potatoes. And he's in, so par there. And North with the par. So Norman won back. We go to 11. Jordan Spieth and Tiger Woods playing together on this par 3. Oh, what a shot by Spieth. Had aggressive. He took out the 7-iron and he nailed it to within 7-8 feet. Yeah, so Spieth trying to get into this. Now Woods. Even up 186, so it's an 8-iron. Technically playing 5 yards right to left, but that's kind of a gimme. The hole is playing to a stroke average of 315. And Tiger Woods is 15 feet from a share of the lead. He's 14 feet. And a 1 in 3 chance down the hill. And Tiger Woods is your co-leader of the PGA Championship. He has never come from behind on a Sunday to win one. And old Tom looks 160 years in the future and feels a flutter. Here's Spieth. He just misses. So we go back to 8. And Hubert Green. And a rotation of 3-shotters.
Right.
Green trying to block out what Longer just did. Going to lose 5 and go right to left, left to right 5. Going to gain 5. So essentially 220 off the tee. Knock down 4 for Green. And he left it well short. Right. Let's take a look at the green here. He has got a lot to work with. Playoff would be 7:30 tomorrow night. 9 holes, and if we're tied after 9, then we do sudden death. But I would not be surprised if we got a playoff in one of these 4. Up over a slope and then down a slope. It's a slinky shot. Got to settle about 5 feet. Longer with just, yeah, okay, whatever. 6 feet to stay within 1. 5 of 9 here. Hubert says, what? Me? Worry? But now the last group is on the 6T. Old Tom. 17 under par. He now knows that he's tied with Tiger Woods. 5 yards on the driver. Shot will play left to right about 5. He's aiming center. 6 is a tough hole. But Morris has found the fairway. At 311, he's got 165 to get home. Goodall pretty much just in another world right now. And he misses that to the right. He's just done nothing at all today. He'll play first. 189, going to lose 5, play left to right at 5. He'll get that yardage back because we're down a slope. So a 7 iron. And somehow he got all ball and no rough. Morris 165. Gonna do the Mr. Waterfield thing. You don't put it in the bunker if you aim it at it. Bless you. Gotta make that, Jamie, doesn't he? Gotta make that. 15 feet. Goodall. Gonna aim this to the right of the fall. His left, our right. Hope to hook it back. Well, finally one that was actually how it was drawn up. He just didn't hit it hard enough. Okay, Morris, 15 feet, 1 in 3 chance. He is keeping the door wide open. And Tiger Woods, the card, does not know of Tiger Woods, the history. So it's a great thing about card and dice replays. It just doesn't know any better. All right, this is to get to back in the solo lead at 18 under par. Well, now Goodall 7 feet for par. Let's see what he can do. Ralph. Oh, Ralph. So Ralph is going to fall to 5 back. Not what I saw coming today. Sometimes, as Jamie says, the universe has a way of influencing the cards. Like when I would buy those packs of tops and get 4 Yankees and no Red Sox. Speaking of baseball, tomorrow at 11:30, we've got a 1978 Major League Baseball replay double-header special. We're up at 70th Doug Flynn card. Jose Cardinal I got a lot of those. Anyway, it's a big one in the American League West. The first place Texas Rangers have 2 chances to knock down their magic number. They are at the slumping California Angels. So the Rangers and the Angels tomorrow, 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, right here on Retro Sports Network. And we'll be happy to tell you, if someone's still here, the score of the Tigers game. 18, Greg Norman. Still one back. Gonna go with a 3-wood. Aim it at that tree. Pin today. It's our first look at 18. Those bunkers are gonna guard. Norman didn't get a lot of roll on that either. 187 anyway, 272 off the tee, and a good shot. Andy North drives Miss Daisy, 318 yards. I suppose I could have taken the driver. All right, 186. Going to play as it is, right to left at 5, 8 iron in hand. I think if Norman can post 17 under, I like his chances of at least playing tomorrow. Kind of curled away, 13 yards, 39 feet. All of Andy North's added length there didn't matter. He finds the rough. 10 under is a good championship. All right, Norman. He's going to go 37 feet. Post a score and see what happens. When that delayed for a second, I thought that was going to be off the green. Anyway, 2 feet, not a bad putt. And Norman posts us 16 under for the championship, 664 today. And look, Ma, no bogeys. So Norman, the leader in the clubhouse at 16 under. But who's this? Can a son catch a dad, can you say, as we go to 17? Young Tom, 176. Gonna get 5. Knock down 8. That's to tie his dad, by the way. Slamming Sammy Snead at 9 under. Oh! Could have got a nice paycheck out of the deal. Now, young Tom, 1-6. This is a tie for the lead. I thought that was going in too. Snead makes his 10-footer. He's at 10 under. I want to make sure that Tiger's selected. There. Back to 12. Co-leader Tiger Woods. First look at the 12th hole, playing at 4.10 today. Playing at 489 yards. Pin, front left, bunker protecting. Going driver. Tiger bogeyed the first and is 7 under since, including birding the last two. He's 12 under par on the weekend. Not a bad group of holes. I think they both like it. Now Jordan Spieth. Lost that left. Spieth has a good lie here with a 3-iron. His question is, how much ball can he hit? Hard to stop on these greens, but he's got 30 feet. All right, Tiger. -5. And a plain 8. And he double crossed himself. Oh my goodness. So Tiger, as he was thinking of that shot, was thinking, okay, I can get to 18 under. And now he has 65 feet in the bunker to navigate to stay at 17 under. He's going to have to lob it because that ball would land in the rough and it would eat it. So he's got to just aim at this pin. This is going to be a tricky shot. Old Tom might be solo leader in a minute. Now here's Spieth. He's going to lag this 28-footer in. Almost made it. And he almost missed that. Now Woods. He's going 24 feet to retain a share of the lead. He can't believe it. All right, one back. The long, straight, par 4 ninth. Green's just going to hit this as long and as straight as he can. Trees and out of bounds left, by the way. Oh, did he ever? Oh, was there a bit of anger with that? Oh, baby. Got 182. Longer. Just trying to stay out of the way at this point, although he's not out of it 3 out. Green. Going to lose 10. 6, full 6 for Hubert. Pushed it right. Pushed it right. Side hill, sloping back to front. Okay. 5 feet, maybe 6 down the hill. We'll see in a moment. 5 feet. Now longer. Gonna go for this. And he made it! 28 feet from off the fairway and 2 back. So here's Green to save his par. A little better than 7 to 9. Yeah. Hubert's made him. It may not be to score, but he's saving par. Now here is a birdie hole for old Tom. Gonna lose 15. So gonna go with the driver here. Well, I'll be able to spin that one. It's not what he wanted. All right, Goodall. Just hit it straight. Are you kidding? You know the old song, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all? Well, that's Ralph Goodall's day so far. All right, Morris from 73. Got a lot of green to work with, and if he lands it right, it's going to land and go uphill. So he'll take it. 7-8 feet to get to 18. Goodall. Ever watched a rice cooker and how it steams itself? And if you do put enough water in, the rice is all nice and fluffy. Ralph Goodall today's a rice cooker. And no one put enough water in. 14 feet. This is to get to within 4 at the moment. 13 and 36. Down the hill, sideways. Hey, he made a putt. He made a putt, and he's 13 under par. Now, old Tom, about a 50-50 chance. This has got movement all over it. Think he makes this one, Jamie? Santa Claus takes his time. The answer is no. Those are the ones that you want back. Wow. So we go to 18. Slammin' takes the 3-wood. The kid is going to take a driver. Yeah, it also made Tiger's last hole stand out more, too. He's telling the leaders they better watch out and hope they better cry. But right now, the punts aren't telling him why. Father Christmas is coming to town, but right now, some whippersnapper by the name of Eldrick has matched him. And speaking of whippersnappers, the young one's got 139 to get home on 18. Plus, he's going to have a downwind shot. How you doing, Mr. McClue? All right, Snead first. So for young Tom, he's 135. That's about as it is. So knock down pitching wedge. That would be an awkward family dinner if young Tom wins, or if the two Morrises are in the playoff, and the playoff would be at 7:30 tomorrow night. Hope all is well. Greg Norman, by the way, has posted 16 under. Young Tom, this is to post 17 under. He's going to go for it. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Now, Snead to finish the championship at 11 under. Nope. All right, so the young man goes out in 64. 6 under, 32s and 32s, and not a bogey on the card, but he's still one shot behind the old man. So old Tom about to play the 8th, and one back on the course, Tiger Woods and Hubie Green. Bobby Locke, Olin Dutra, Ben Hogan, David Duval, and Bernhard Langer are all lingering. So old Tom, he's got some nightmares to go. Let's go to 13, where Mr. Spieth is still not out of this either. And he decided to take the Big Bertha for 307 down the right side, but he missed the fairway. 13's playing a birdie hole at 376. Tiger fairway slopes left to right to left, but the wind is left to right. He's going to go with the Stinger 3. Pin protected by that bunker on the left. .134. Going to play 140. He's going to go, I think. I'm going to play the sand wedge anyway. Well, if this was a live program, we'd be showing that shot on about a 30-second delay, because Tiger just poofed that one. He's got 60 feet to get up and down. Now Spieth. See if he can still is the master of those 20-footers, because that's what he's got left. All right. Pretty much a straightforward shot here. Hit it at the top of the knob, and then roll uphill towards the pin. Kind of like that. Now Spieth to get to 15. 20 feet, 1 and 4. What'd that tell you about him being the king of those 20-footers? And so Jordan Spieth has put another one in the lot. Now here's Woods. Don't mess this up, Tiger. Okay. Bernhard Langer on this par 5 10th. Driver in hand for Green. You can get home in 2 with a good shot. But that pin is placed perilously close to that bunker. So Green won't be able to get home from there. He's got 306. Didn't make good contact with the driver. Topped it just a little bit, but he stays on the fairway. So he's going to go 2 iron. Now Longer, he's going to take out the 3-wood. He's going to try to get this close for an eagle. Hole is playing at 4.30. You better birdie it today. That is technically on the green. He's got 75 feet for eagle. But he's got 75 feet for eagle. All right. Green. Oof. Got a tricky shot here. Not a lot of green to work with. Hubie. That's fine. That's fine. Well, actually, it's not. He actually is not on the green. And now he's got a delicate little pitch. This is for birdie. Not what he wanted. From 74, longer to lag. And I would say that longer's chances of being at 16 under are better than Green's. He's at 16 under par. Now Hubert. And we'll flop places. On a hole playing to a stroke average of 4.3, 6 is not what you want. All right, Goodall on 8. I'm going to get 5. Just put this in play. Ah, okay. Well, hard greens sometimes work. All right, old Tom, old man. Steady the nerves. 18 feet or so. 18 under par. Feels like I've said that the last 4 holes, though. They both have 16 footers. Goodall first. Flat chart. He got the one chart, which is the easiest one, 7 and 36. Didn't say he'd make it, but. One in 6 chance for Morris. I'm going to ask again, Jamie. What's he doing here? He needs this one. He needs this one. And he got it. He got it. No calling that stocking. Old Tom is at 18 under par. He was due. All right. And so nobody now is within 2. So Arnold Palmer, by the way, is 2 over. And so to speed this up. Oh, the wind's come back too. First time the wind's gotten harder. So we go to 9. And there was no changes. Hogan is at 16 through 17. They're all chasing. If we get within 1, we'll bring them back. But right now, old Tom has his name and destiny there. 495-yard par 4. And he finds the fairway.
Right.
We all have those days, Ralph. Usually it's on a Tuesday when no one's watching you, but we all have those days. At 236, he can get home. 3 iron. That's fine. All right, Morris, 215, playing 225. Playing 230. So 4 iron right at this. "30 feet. The dog can putt this. He's not going to, but he can. Morris will lag. You got a par 5 10th and some scoring chances coming home. 9 is not where you risk it. And old Tom, despite the fact he didn't make many putts, still goes out in 2 under 33. We'll be back with more of the final round of the PGA Championship after this message. So we've reached the back 9 of a major on a Sunday. So this is where it all kind of starts. And for old Tom Morris, who was tied with Ralph Goodall as we started our coverage, about an hour and 20 minutes ago, Ralph Goodall has had a bad day. He is now 5 shots behind. He's 3 over. He double bogeyed 1 and bogeyed 2. Old Tom, who couldn't miss a putt yesterday, started missing putts, but everything he was missing was for birdie. And so 2 birdies, a birdie on 1 and a birdie on 9. He's at 18 under par. But what we missed, because we're trying not to be playing the entire field at the same time, was that Ben Hogan has just birdied 18 to post 17 under par. So the family dinner at the hotel for the Morris family in San Francisco isn't going to be so awkward after all. Young Tom posted a 16 under. So Hogan, who we featured a lot of yesterday, and if he wins the bloody thing, won't get a shot on camera today. Can't you see the TV reviews for that? Is in at 17 under. But old Tom has this, the birdieable par 5 10th, and a couple other shots down here. The only thing I think in old Tom's favor, well, there's lots of things, he's playing really well, is that there's no water really to get into play over the last 9 holes. He just needs to go out and play some sensible golf, not take too many risks, make a putt or 2. If he can get a birdie here, he's going to be 2 over Hogan, and just kind of hope. I mean, everyone else in the world has just thrown what they can at him, and he's outlasted them all. So let's see what the old man can do between now and the next 9 holes, shall we? And so you see the leaderboard up on the screen. I know it's hard to read, but Hogan's solo second now at 17 under. Woods, Longer, Green, and Goosen are all on the course at 16 under. Bobby Locke finishes at 15 under. That gets him an invite to the Masters next year. And David Duval's got a couple to go. So Tiger running out of holes. At one point they were tied. So Morris can see that Hogan has posted a 17 under on the board. This is playing right to left at 10, but the slope's left to right. A lot of those here at Harding Park. Bunkers are in play. I got to tell you, I really like this course. Eddie Old Man shoves it out at 312. Got 2:45 to get home. Now Goodall. He's only 5 back. I don't think he stands a chance. He has done his best Tom Brady impression on the front 9, but he's only 5 back. 249. He's going to get 10, so he's going to go at this with a 4-iron. I hope he doesn't miss that. That would give him to 15. Right, more. It's 244. Going at this with a 4-iron. Aiming to the left. That's for 20 under. 16 feet for eagle, a 1 in 6 chance here. Goodall has 5 feet. And that would just to be potentially to stay within 5 shots. Ooh, that was messy. 3 feet. Now Goodall to get to 15. Hey, he made a putt. He made a putt, and he's back over to 1 over on the day today. Now Morris, 3 feet. Still not dead, believe it or not. This is to take a 2-shot lead over Ben Hogan. He's got a 2-shot lead over Ben Hogan. You know, it's kind of funny as we reach the 11th hole. Woods bogeyed wherever he was. Spieth is at 16. Longer and Green and Goosen. But now, you know, after 3.5 days of everybody being bunched together, are we really going to get Old Tom just to kind of have a nice walk here through the last 9 holes? Nobody on the course is within 3 shots of him. Here's Goodall. Going to get 5. 8-iron. $15 feet. Now here's Morris. Full 7. It would be. He played so bad on the front side, too. Old Tom Morris played in the first major on a course he designed in 1860.
Right.
And he was counting how to spend that million fake dollars, I think, already. He pushed that well to the right. Gonna lob it. Okay. Anytime that you think that Old Tom the wheel might start to wobble off that wagon. That was, yeah. I think the kid's buying him champagne tonight, don't you? Okay, Goodall 14 feet for birdie. 13 and 36, a little better than 1 and 3. Get the trophy and put it on the sleigh. All right, just don't do anything stupid here. He doesn't. So a good par on 11, a great par considering that he was in the salad behind that bunker. And so he'll go to 12, and they're bringing us right to 12. So Spieth with a par on 16, 17 longer, and Green with pars, and Goosen with pars. So really, this is going to be the Old Tom show the rest of the way. You're losing 15. Shot playing right to left at 5. Goodall finds the short stuff. Old Tom. Hole is playing at 490, and the stroke average today 411. And he'll miss it to the left. He's got 222 to get home. But he does get a good lie. Aim at 5 yards to the right, gonna lose 10. 3 iron. Yeah, Ricky, I think it's time to put the trophy on the sleigh and bring it all the way back to Scotland. Gets into trouble, and he's playing out of it. But the one thing about a PGA Championship setup as opposed to a U.S. Open is that if you miss fairways, it's not deadly. It's not the nicest thing in the world. Knockdown 5 for Goodall. Now I'll change that to a 6. He's actually had to switch clubs twice here. Hit it short. Ralph Goodall, if you're not familiar with him, won 3 majors in the late 30s. From Dallas, Texas. He won 2 U.S. Opens and a Masters. And did a bunch of shorts in the movie theater on how to play golf. And a lot of people say that cost him, that watching himself play in the mirror took his swing out of joint. Finished 4th in the PGA once when it was a match play. Slope's pretty gentle here. It's pronounced, but it's not horrible. Old Tom down the hill, 1 in 3 chance. This is to get to 20 under par. Starting to make those, Jamie. I can see it. He's starting to pull away. He won 4 Open Championships when the Open Championship was the major. Won a belt and 25 pounds. Speaking of double headers that Lorenzo won't like, Texas and California tomorrow at 11:30. Don't want to hit spacebar twice here. And sometime in September, if you like baseball, our 1978 Major League Baseball replay will conclude in September with exclusive coverage, because it's my replay, of the American League Championship Series. If the season ended today, the Texas Rangers would host games 1 and 2. I think the Orioles and Yankees are tied. And the National League Championship Series, which, if the season ended today, would be between the Dodgers and the Phillies, starting in Philadelphia. And then the 75th World Series, starting at the home of the National League champions. So best of 5 for the LCS and best of 7 for the World Series. The nitty-gritty coming right up next month on Retro Sports Network. Thirteenth hole, Old Tom. Hubert Green is the only one now with a chance, but he's 3 back. He's at 15. Ben Hogan not liking the fact that he would possibly have to share the second place check. Morris, 274 is the aim spot. Gonna lose 5. Is playing left or right at 15. So 3-wood. Don't do anything stupid. This is a birdie hole, by the way. That's why. 270, 154 to go. Dahl. Misses that one to the right. All right, second shot, 165. Playing 170 with the right club. So let's see what he can do. Leaves it short. 45 feet. Morris, 154. The wind is not his friend here. Still between clubs. I think we're going to go to a dart tournament after this, don't you? 18 feet. Morris at this point really has to make a mistake coming in. Not impossible. Goodall, now that he's pretty much out of it, has returned to form. Yeah, Roberto probably... Oh, we're done with Lorenzo. Roberto does have a dart game, by the way. Also came out with a surfing game. Oh, Morris for birdie. Missed it by 5 feet. And a 1 in 6 chance. So it's still his turn. I don't know why I quick played that. So a 5 in 6 chance. Oh, he's extremely prolific. 5 in 6 chance here for old Tom. He's not missing him when it matters. It might have been a birdie hole off the tee. He doesn't need it. And we moved to 14. Jim Furyk, by the way, finishes with 4 straight birdies. A 66 all time. Gonna drive Miss Daisy here. But Furyk can't even get on the leaderboard. Hubie Green. Okay, we'll pick him up for the 18th hole. He has birdied 16, so he'll play the par 3 17th and the par 4 18th. Hubert Green kind of stalking now, but let's see what Morris can do. Sends one into Oakland. He just smashed that 353 yards. And if we're right, I mean, if he really is Father Christmas, there's a twinkle in everything he's doing right now. All right, Goodall 156. He's getting 10. So I'm going to play 146. Pitching wedge. Little short. All right, Morris can spin something in here. See if we get another birdie. Let's see if we can make what Hubert Green's doing irrelevant. Someone want to check what's in his thermos? He's got a kick in here for 21 under par. Goodall, might as well, from 24 feet. He made it. Got to 16. He got them all back. But good for Ralph. He was 3 over through 2 holes today and has now gotten it back to level on the day. Old Tom has broken the tournament from 3 feet. Oh, it rolls a double. Birdies 1, 8, 10, 12, and 14. And he's just, that was his 100th putt of the championship. Remarkable. Goosen is within 3. Green parred the 17th. But they're going to have to come get him. Are there any elves with a magnet underneath the green? There might be. There might be. I'm going to get 5, left to right 10. So old Tom, I'm going to give this a run here with a 3-wood. And he found the bunker. Not sure he really cares, but he found the bunker. Goodall. With a 3-wood, oh my goodness, he drove everything. Old Tom lived in 1908. And he died at St. Andrews, the golf course. He was the greenskeeper there. He rebuilt some of the holes. And so what you see now when you watch the Open Championship is largely from the hand of old Tom Morris. 86 yards. And he hauled it! All right. 86 yards from a bunker lie with a sand wedge, and he makes a 2. Elves with magnets. I believe in Father Christmas. Ralph Goodall is, I can't replay it, unfortunately. We don't have the capability. Ralph Goodall is just standing back there in the rough. And we can't show you what he said. But whatever you just said to yourself, that was about a 1 in 100 chance. Oh, that was Dave Stegman-esque for sure. Oh, you couldn't have given him a bucket of balls. He wouldn't have gotten one within 5 feet. All right, Godolph, 12 feet for birdie. Sure. 13 and 36. He blows it 4 feet past. I wish I could show that to you again. Would you say that he's won the PGA? Time to think about the next big project. Speaking of Roberto Schiavini, the Summer of Tokyo 64 starts next week. We'll do an intro and some preliminary basketball and other sports and have our first medal, the bantamweight weightlifters. And so That'll be produced sometime next week as we start our extensive coverage of the Summer of Tokyo right here on Retro Sports Network. And by the way, that will all be on YouTube. None of that, just like NBC in the Olympics, none of this will be live. So we hope to purdy it up for you. But that starts next week. My space bar is doubling up here. Don't forget also, speaking of Al Red Sox fan, hello everybody! Watch for Pro Strategy Football 2021 with Al Red Sox fan and myself on Super Bowl Tournament Channel on both YouTube and Twitch. We're going to play a decade championship from the 50s to today, and including 3 games from the 80s. So once a game is released, we'll start taping those. So we'll let you know in our own broadcast when to watch out for that. At least Ron can't get the results on the bottom line of those events during baseball. That's true. I hate the bottom line during ball games. And if you're wondering what our next golf tournament is, it'll be the Women's Players Championship from Sawgrass. And that's probably going to come after the World Series. That might slide till October. These things take a lot of time to put together between the slides and the research and actually playing. So not just what you see on the screen. Those take there. And so look forward to taking Annika Sorenstam and the ladies out to Sawgrass for that. So that's what's coming up on the channel. Will we see Lady Tom Morris? You never know. All right, here's a birdie hole. And just in case you just joined us, that is a 2 on 15 for Morris. He is 7 under today. We were worried when he made the turn that we're going to be caught. You're getting 15. So a 3-iron here. Finds the fairway. Gonna get that up and down for another birdie. Three-iron for Ralphie. Yeah, that's a good shot. So Morris to play first. What do you think? Back-to-back 2s? Playing a half shot under par. All uphill. Goodness gracious. Oh, you hit it too hard. Got 12 feet coming down the hill. Thank you, sir. So Morris with a 10 to 12 footer down the hill. See if Goodall can get one back here. Felt so bad. There's, these are all all-time greats to some degree, and some of the stories I know and some of them I don't. Looked him up, and he just was... He came in that period between Bobby Jones and Ben Hogan and just never got his due. I thought that was going in. 8 feet straight down the hill. So Morris, 12 feet, is still a 1 in 3 chance. So let's see what Morris can do with this one. He left it short. I want my money back. Cleans up for par. Now Goodall. 9 feet. This is to get within. Well, who cares? He made it. Good for him, and he's finally under par for the round. Hubie Green did, by the way, post 19 under. Retief Goosen is there. But this is all old times. Goosen with a birdie on 18 gets to 19 under too. So 176. You're getting 10 here. Left to right 5. Dock down 8. And that's about as close as he could get it. Straight 8 for old Tom. Well, he pushed it to the right. We don't want to crown him yet, but he does carry a 4-shot lead. Well, if he just needs to put this on the edge of the green and let it roll. Oh, yeah. 4 feet. Now, Goodall, 24 feet, might as well go. Now, he's going to lag because it doesn't really matter. His chances to go in are the same. All right, this is not dead. There's a couple here. Let me see the dice rolls you want to avoid. A 20, a 2-4, a 5-2, and a 6-5. But double anything is good, and so I've almost called him Jack about 5 times. Old Tom Morris goes to the 18th tee with a 4-shot lead. Not even Jean Van de Velde could mess this up. Goodall will play first. Playing to the bunker and hoping that 10 yards will just blow it back in the fairway. And that's fine. Hooked it a little bit to the left. And so we don't get a Van de Velde. Old Tom is just going to club down to a 3-wood here and take his walk of adulation. Dead center of the fairway. 188 to go. Even Santa Claus is starting to get emotional now. When Goodall went and fired at 60 yesterday, major championship record, old Tom waited on the first tee and knew that he was 6 shots behind before he had hit a shot in anger. Over the last 35 holes, he has played 13 under par. He finished tied with Goodall at 16 under to go into this last round, and he's going to come out with back-to-back 64s. 187, he's getting 10. Playing right to left at 5. He's getting 5 here. Going to go with a 7. That water is not in play. Rough is. That should be an easy chip. Now Goodall, 156. He's getting 5. Again, between clubs. That's a dart. All right. A ton of green to work with. A slope to help it stop. And then a gentler slope to push it down towards the hole. A little hard. Well, he still has a 4-shot lead. Hubert Green, Retief Goosen, 19 under. Ben Hogan, Bernard Longer, and Ralph Goodall is going to finish here with a top 5. Greg Norman, Young Tom, Jordan Spieth, and Bobby Locken and tie for 10th. Now here's Morris, 14 feet. A 1 in 3 chance. Has he got another one in him, Jamie? I hope so. No. $22 under though. And now Goodall, 12 feet, about a little better than 1-3. And Goodall actually comes home in 30. So he'll finish with a 2 under 68 today. But the story is old Tom Morris, who went out in 33, had just, his son, Tiger Woods, Hubert Green, and a cast of thousands behind him. And then birdie on 10, birdie on 12, birdie on 14, and the piece de resistance, the haggis, if you will, that 89-yard eagle he hit from the bunker at 15. And so we doff our tam o' shanter to you, old Tom. You won it, and you won it by 3. A 64, 6 under. And so although Green and Goosen had magnificent rounds today, they only treaded water. They lost ground. That for a final round of a major, that's remarkable. Others at 15 under, David Duval, Tiger Woods, Jim Furyk, Curtis Strange finishes at 14 under, Dustin Johnson, Olin Dutra, Jack Nicklaus, Johnny Miller, and Arnold Palmer shot a 1 over today. It's rare that the best round of the day goes to the one that wins the championship, especially in a major, because they're the ones that are usually being chased. And the pressure of major championship golf does get to them. And I thought we were starting to see that on the front side. Putts that he was making yesterday, he wasn't leaving himself lots of work for par. But old Tom was not making his life a lot easier either. But once he got to that par 5, 10th hole and punched it home, he really was home free. And what a performance. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. We'll do a women's major, like I said, the players. That's going to be late September, maybe early October. But for now, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching the last 4 days and all of the major championship golf we've done this year. Kerry Middlecoff, our Masters champion. Jose Maria Olazabal, our U.S. Open champion. Dustin Johnson, the only new kid on the block. He was our Open champion, or Open Championship, the Championship Golfer of the Year. And speaking of Champion Golfers of the Year, old Tom wins the PGA. Let's do this again next year, shall we? Thank you so much. Good day.